This or that. Would you rather Wednesday?
Wednesdays. Would you rather be invisible to the opposite sex or the same sex? I'm going to assume that silence is because you're having a really tough time. I feel like I'm already invisible to the opposite sex. It's not great. But would it be better? I don't know.
I think I would rather be invisible. Like, is this something that I can just like turn off and on, or is it just like you're invisible?
I think forever. If you decide that you're invisible to the same sex, then that, like, for the rest of your life.
I think I'd rather be invisible to the same sex.
Ooh, why?
I don't know. I just think it'd be weird if I was invisible to my wife.
No, but like she has you in her heart, you know? Like she'll always have you in her brain. And maybe she'd have like the best version of you in her head, so it's like even better for you.
Yeah, no, I'm still sticking with it.
And does invisible, I wonder, does that mean that you are also like, would you still have a physical form, or is it like in Harry Potter where I can't see you, but if I were to touch you, then I know you're there? Because I feel like that changes things. If you're invisible, and you don't even have a physical form, then
you'd just be like a ghost.
Yeah. Which would be a whole different thing, I guess. Oh, in that case, I'd say, yeah, you'd have to be invisible to the same sex. Because if you were like ghost-like to your wife, well, that'd be weird. It's a terrible marriage to start with.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, are you in here? Like, all you have is your voice. Yeah, I'm right here.
That'd be weird.
Do you think you could live with somebody who is invisible?
No way. I never know, like if they were in the room or not. Which, if you haven't seen The Invisible Man, go see it.
Was that recent?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that I think it's Fox is putting on like Amazon, because it was in the movie theaters, and then movie theaters shut down. And so they were like, oh, you can buy it for $20 on iTunes or Amazon or something. But me and Emily went and saw it in theaters.
Terrifying?
It's so good, because it's like, there's this, and then I watched another like behind the scenes video about it, and like how they shot it. They shot everything on like a robot, pretty much. So you could match the scene every time. They did three scenes every time. They did just a blank, a clean plate. They did a clean plate of the entire shot, and then they did it with the actors with a green screen, like a green suit, like a motion. It's just a green suit.
Okay.
And then they masked him out, so it like actually looked like the girl was interacting with an invisible person, but it was actually a person, kind of thing. And that way, it felt more natural.
Yeah.
And then they did a final one where it was just her in the sequence, and so they could use whatever they wanted. But it was creepy. It was a good movie because like there was a lot of like pans, and then like it would pan, and you would think there would be someone there, like a traditional scary movie would have this this terrifying thing at the end of a pan. Like, do you remember that Paranormal Activity where they put the camera on the oscillating fan?
Yeah, wait, which one was that? I only saw the first couple, I think.
I think it was 3. And it's like they put this camera on this oscillating fan, and every time it would turn, it would like turn to something scary. And then, so with The Invisible Man, this camera would like turn the corner, and you would think there would be something scary, but it's
nobody's
like
there.
Nobody's there, but you felt like that person was there, and it was invisible.
Whoa.
It was a good movie.
Ugh.
So.
Yeah, do you remember, did you ever see Hollow Man? I don't remember what year that was, but it was with Kevin Bacon. same sort of idea. I think he was like a scientist, and they figured out how to make people invisible, and then he did it to himself, and then it's like kind of explores what type of person you would be if you were invisible, like the things you would do when you knew you could get away with it. And he turns into this like crazy, creepy man, but he was invisible. But if he like jumps in the water, you could see him. If he put on clothes, you could see him. But he's like wandering around everywhere with that same thing where he's like there. People think they feel something or see something, but there's nobody there. God, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, but what? Okay, but at work though, you'd be invisible to everyone.
That's fine.
It'd be tough to get a job.
No, I just interview with women.
He'd be known for that. It's like, I only interact with women. That, you know what? That might not be great for marriage. You're like, I can only talk to women. I can only hang out with women because all my guy friends don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. I can only have conversations with women. So maybe it really is just that Emily is the only person you can actually know in life, which I guess it's not the worst thing.
But it's like I couldn't see my dad or my brothers, or they couldn't see me.
You could see them, which is great for you.
Yeah. I guess I would just have to wear like clothes.
That's true. I wonder if there's rules against that though. I feel like that should be a rule, because then that makes it too easy where you can like just put on some clothes.
I'd like to just like play pranks on people and just wear sneakers around and nothing else.
How crazy do you think you'd get if you were invisible?
Oh, I think I'd go bonkers.
Do you think you'd be a worse person if you were invisible, or a better person?
No, I just think I would get away with a lot more.
What kind of stuff though?
Like
Murder?
Not murder, but just like pranks. Like I'd pull a ton of pranks on people.
Yeah.
And that'd be hilarious.
That's how it starts though. First you're pulling pranks, then you're killing kittens, and then you're killing people.
And then you're robbing banks and stuff.
Yeah, see, it'd be too easy. You almost it's almost guaranteed to happen just because it'd be too easy.
It'd be too easy, unless there was like women tellers.
See, there's where you run into a problem. You want to be a criminal, but you can only be a criminal in certain situations. You could rob somebody's house without them seeing you, but if like the husband came home, if the wife came, you know what I mean? This gets very confusing very fast. Also, it's like, I feel like you'd forget that you're invisible because some people can see you, some people can't.
But it's like, could you see yourself? Like, would I be able to see myself?
Probably. That's sort of.
If I looked in a mirror, then I'd be able to see myself.
I think so, which would make it even more confusing because you're like, yeah, I'm right there. I'm visible. So you can, like, some places you can walk around and it's fine. Other places, it'd be an issue. I don't know. What if you weren't married? Do you think it would be do you think you'd choose something different?
No.
Huh.
Because then, like, women wouldn't be able to see me anyway.
See, that's where I'm at. So now nobody could see me if I chose the opposite or same sex can't see me.
Yeah.
Then I am invisible to the world. Then I'll really do some bad things.
Oh, that'd be fun.
To be totally invisible?
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be lonely. Like, who are your friends at that point? I think
I don't know, you just call people. You could be on Facebook. Like, you could have virtual friends.
That's true. Put old pictures of yourself, like pre-invisible days.
Yeah.
You could podcast. Just never do a video podcast.
Or you could do a video podcast and then just rustle some things around, freak people out. Be like, it's a ghost.
Oh man. Yeah, so many people would be investigating the paranormal around you.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, this podcast studio 2 years ago was functioning. Now it's been abandoned. Nobody lives here. Some believe that he died in the closet. So we go and we explore, and then it's like, I do live there. And then I just move things around, open doors when people come by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I choose also, wait, which one did you choose?
I chose to be invisible to the same sex.
I'd probably have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I
I'll never
changed your
find
mind.
I'll never find a wife if I'm invisible, like totally invisible to the opposite sex. Although I could work that mysterious angle where I'm like, I'm invisible. If you want to meet in person, I'm not making this up. I am invisible, but I'm very good looking. Very good looking. You just can't see me. And then I'll be like, ask my friends. They can see me. Troy, tell her how good looking I am. So maybe that works out really well, actually. I don't know. Actually, I changed my mind. Yeah, I'm going to go opposite sex because really I can be anyone I want to be.
Yeah.
All right, well, we figured it out. Hopefully that never happens. If it does, I'll know that I won't be able to see you. But that's
That would
okay.
suck, though. It's like your close friends wouldn't be able to see you.
Yeah. It'd be an adjustment. Just like
Yeah.
everything else in life. Just like, being stuck at home all day is an adjustment for most people.
Oh, it's definitely an adjustment here. That's for sure.